So, what's going on, y'all? Hit that like, share, subscribe, all that. All that. See my burger? I'm at Hardee's. I had it set up nice because I just did a review of this meal. I haven't been to Hardee's in a minute. Let me get this together. Story time last time. Fries was good. Tea good. Sweet, but it's good. Tastes fresh. Burger. Yeah. You gonna have to see my review when I put it out. So listen. Make sure you hit the like. Okay. So I'm at Hardee's. I haven't been at Hardee's in a minute. I used to love it back when I was at home in North Carolina. I used to love the Frisco burger. So I'm gonna tell y'all this story. I have a niece. Okay? 28 years old. She just went to jail for red rum. However, she's accused of doing it twice. Of course, I'm not happy about that. The people she's accused of deleting is her baby daddy and her baby. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So let's recap. My niece is 28 years old. She's in jail. Now, her primary charge is deleting her baby's father, who's significantly older than her, by the way. Something stuck right there. I have deep pockets, y'all. Meaning gaps and mainly at the bottom. Hey, Dookie, thank you. So, Dookie, I'm in Atlanta, so you know, be loud and ratchet everywhere you go. Just about everywhere. I'm at Hardee's. So my niece just went to jail for deleting her baby daddy. Now, she's 28. He's 40 something already. I don't know why you want to move back here. So, this is on my mother's side. And that family is crazy. And of course, that makes me crazy too. And yes, I am. But we cool. You and me, we cool. So you ain't got to worry about all that. But yeah, my family crazy. For sure. hmm So, him and I didn't have a good relationship. But they've been together for some years. Now, they fought a lot. Me personally, I don't do those kind of relationships. I'm not even gonna argue with you. I've never been an arguing type. I don't argue. I don't. Because there's nothing I feel worse than myself. So, I'm going to leave you alone. Because you didn't have no sense not to mess with me in the first place. So, I'm going to leave you alone. Okay? But they fought. A lot. Now, she just got arrested, so she ain't been tried or convicted of anything. Hit that light, y'all. I'm just going to tell you how the story goes and what the charges are. So they had a baby, a little boy, 4 months old. Paramedics came to the house. Baby was deceased. Medical reports say the baby had significant amounts of cocaine in his system. This was 2024? This was August, I think, 2023. So, the daddy says that he believes she did it. The autopsy couldn't pinpoint a cause of death, but they say the baby had a lot of cocaine in the system. I mean, a lot for a baby. Any amount is a lot for a baby. But they can't say that was the cause of death. They can't say it was asphyxiation, some kind of smothering or choking. They can't say any of that. So, the baby daddy said she, the baby. How you know that, sir? Because you wasn't there. Well, he says, you see this text messages from her? About an hour before you guys got there and found the baby, she sent me this picture of our son and saying, "This here your last picture, beyond." Okay. So she gets some charges. But they can't charge her with red rum with the baby. They can't even say the baby was red rum. So you can't charge her. Neglect, maybe. Abuse, maybe. Stuff like that. They can do that. So they hit her with that. So throughout the proceedings, which they don't yet have a conviction. Mm, my deep pockets be catching it. He's wanting to witness against her to say, nah, y'all, she my son. So she caught another charge, attempting to tamper with the witness. Something to that effect. So, in the meantime, in between time, they're still dealing with each other. Now, that's not only crazy, but just extreme dysfunction. I don't know what is, because when they found his body, I can't remember how many wounds he had, but him with a, like y'all know, we can't say nothing on here. They found him at her house. What are you doing at her house? Aren't you going to court and going to trial to testify against her? Because you say she deleted both of y'all's child. Why you at her house? I don't know about y'all, but if me and you used to get on and we got a child, and I think you deleted our child, hey, I'm not coming over there. Because if I do, it's only going to be for one reason. So he was at her crib. And she did a Chucky on him. And she got a horrible mugshot. Now I'm biased. This is my niece. I thought she was beautiful. A mugshot. That mugshot tells me a whole lot has changed. She looked every bit of somebody who's doing something. Now, the baby daddy saying she's known to smoke can we say cocaine on here? I don't know. Now, I'm in Georgia. He's in my hometown, which is Vietnam. She is my niece by way of my brother, who that raggedy ass piece of shit was found in his house where he laid for 2 days, 2 to 3 days, because he had, what you call it, sepsis infection. That piece of crap had diabetes. And he never took care of himself. So he had a surgery, and he had like a big ass deep hole in his foot. And his ex-wife saying they wanted to cut the foot and maybe the bottom part of his leg even off because it was all infected. And you know how people get They don't want to lose their limbs. They be like, I want to keep it. And the doctor be like, well, you're probably going to die because it's rotten. And they be like, I want to keep it. The doctor be like, I say you're probably going to die. I want to keep it. You know, it's hard for them to take and believe that, you know, they need to cut off a limb. So, you know, that doctor be like, okay, sign this paperwork saying that I told you. I mean, we're going to try to cut out what we can, but I told you we need to cut this limb off, okay? So, his wife had already left him. So, he home by himself. And he gets out the hospital. He had an infection, of course. And even after the surgery, he had another infection. He wasn't able to take care of himself after no surgery. He couldn't take care of himself his whole damn life. Raggedy ass, big, no good, waste of space piece of shit. So, the nigga died. Fell out on his living room floor. And I believe he was face down. But the interesting thing is he passed on the same exact day that my mother did. I said my mother's was 20 years ago. Same day. I said, ain't that something? So his ex-wife, she went in there and she checked on him because they couldn't nobody get a hold to him, and she found him in there and she found him dead. And it was a whole bunch of drama as usual with that damn family over his stuff and all that. So his daughters, my nieces, got to fighting with the ex-wife. And he had 2 children with the ex-wife, a boy and a girl. So my 2 nieces that he had previous to that are grown with children of their own, he was with their mother ever since we was like in the 6th grade. So they was together for a long time. But you know, that no good ass piece of shit used to beat her down like a dog in front of everybody. Drag her in the middle of the street and beat her ass often. And she was the sweetest thing. She was the sweetest thing. I never could figure out what the hell you beating her for. And nobody ever did anything. It was always a crowd and nobody ever did anything. But you know what I also realized? I used to watch my oldest auntie get her ass whooped the same way. She was married to a nigga named George. And I was like 5 years old. They stayed on the same street as us. They stayed at the top of the street, first house. And every once in a while, I don't know, cause she was sweet too. Maybe she, you know, said something smart or didn't, you know, I don't know, but didn't have his food ready in time or something. And he used to drag her ass out in the middle of the street and whoop her ass. Everybody come out their house like, oh, that's so sad, and go back in the house when it's over with. And I used to always be like, well, he's beating her down pretty bad. He's a whole big old dude. She's a girl. And she ain't even, she just, you know, no, stop. Okay, stop. You know, that's pretty much all they doing. She not even fighting him back. She not up. She not whipping his ass. She on the ground. She getting ass whooped. Why y'all not helping her? You scared? He a little scrawny thing. Now, my Uncle George was. My brother was a big old, giant, fat fuck. He was a big old giant waste of space, a piece of trash, a real no good, low down, dirty bastard is what it was. Yeah. So I come to realize that these people don't nobody respect women. No. And they think that it's okay for your man to whoop your ass. He got that right, because he your man. I said, well, damn, this is crazy. That's how we rockin'. That's how we rockin'. I respect my mother for leaving my father because he used to whoop her ass. But he never did it in front of nobody. It was always private. But eventually, she left him because he used to whoop our ass too. Real bad. Oh, real bad. And one day she had enough. She had enough. It was a cult lifestyle. Cult lifestyle. And the whoopers we used to get was for some, just because perfection. These just had to be perfect, right? So, something I was supposed to be teaching my big dummy ass brother, because I've always been highly intelligent. The nigga 4 years older than me, and I would catch up to him being the same. I had economics and fucking homeroom with him when I was in the 9th grade. That's how many times they used to let you, if you flunked back then, you stay back. You don't get to pass. You stay in that grade until you pass it. And if you don't pass it after like maybe 3 times or so, then you going to the retarded school, or you going to the bad boy school, or you going to somewhere, you going to Job Corps or something, because we can't help you. But that passing you, no child left behind. No, that's not how it used to go. So I didn't skip like 2 grades already, and this dude is still in the 9th grade. So I'm in the 9th grade with this big dummy. You big raggedy ass, piece of shit ass, no good ass dummy. So my father used to try to make me teach him shit. You can't teach nobody who brain don't work like that. Okay, but cool. And if we don't accomplish that goal, we getting our ass whooped. And I don't know what it was. Oh, combination lock. I'm talking about everything. I had to learn everything about everything in existence. Okay, nothing but books. That's why I got over 18,000 books right now. Right? So I had to teach him how to do a combination lock. You know, the one with the combination, not the key, the combination. I could see how that could be puzzling if you don't know how it works, right? Especially if you a big old dummy. So the weekend came and went, and we were supposed to have it done by Sunday night. We get locked in rooms and all that kind of stuff until it happens. So he didn't get the combination. I'm like, you big jackass, we're gonna get our ass whooped because you ain't learning shit. You's a dumbass. Okay? You a dumbass. Mama should have never had you, you big dummy. Now there's a reason why I hate that motherfucker. Right? I don't hate him now, he dead. Okay? Smile. But we're not gonna talk about that, okay? That's gonna be in the book. But he was a dummy. So Monday evening, my dad come home from work, and he don't know that combination. So that's our ass. Now, let me tell you about my dad. He don't got no feelings, okay? My mother's mother was the same way. No feelings, okay? Love, what's that? What that look like? What that feel like? What that sound like? I don't know. He don't got no feelings. A person who don't got no feelings will hurt you. and you don't get no sympathy for it. See, my mama couldn't whoop us. She ain't had a heart. She ain't had a heart. So if she talk about whooping you, all you got to do is cry. Okay, mama, I'm so sorry. And she just died. She can't do it. She can't do it. She was a softie, but she was the coldest crackhead I ever seen in my entire life. Don't ask. It's a fact. So he didn't learn that combination. So of course it's my fault. It's his fault for being a dummy, and my fault because I couldn't teach the dummy. So we got our ass whooped. Now my father was a torturer. He's a torturer. Okay, he's been in the military, but he crazy too. Okay, crazy, and he don't got no feelings, none. So we had to hold our arms out like this. Right? Now, sometimes when you get on punishment, you hold your arms out and he'll stack some encyclopedias on it. Or he put like a clothes basket with all the laundry in it and you hold it and you can't drop not even a little bit, right? Or you hold down like this with the encyclopedias on both hands and you can't drop not one bit. All kind of stuff, y'all. I gotta do a video one day just showing you all kind of unique types of punishment we used to have. Torture. Straight torture. So we had to hold our wrist out and he would take his belt. He had 2 belts he used to whoop us with. The Sunday go to meeting belt and the work belt. I'm talking about when they made belts like they make belts. I'm talking about leather. Okay, you got the sleek leather. That's the Sunday go to meeting belt. And that big ass, thick ass work belt. I'm talking about thick work belt. Now that whoo, and you telling somebody hit you hard because they don't care. They don't care. Hard. So hold our wrist out and he had the belt and he was just hitting us. So when he whoop us, it's like he never gonna stop. It'd be like he never gonna stop. So my mama would come and be like, David, stop. David, stop. And then she'd be crying, David, stop. David, stop. You're gonna kill my children. And then he'd be like, because you don't dare, try to tell him what to do or try to stop him or none of that. And he'd be like, go in the room. And she go in the room. And he don't stop. He just keep going. And when he think, yeah, one more hit, they probably die, he'll stop. Then he go in the room and he whoop her ass. And we get to listen to that, right? So this time around, he did it. So it's Monday, right? He go to work and everything. Now, this man was diabolical. We had to get in there some other time. But my mother, she couldn't handle it because it was real bad. Wrists and arms and everything, like we really needed to be going to the ER. I gotta tell y'all about the time I almost cut my finger off when I was 5 years old, but that's another story. So wrists, arms, everything all jacked up. We couldn't go to school. We couldn't go nowhere. So she was just distraught. So he come home from work. She ain't cooking no food because that was our job. Make sure he gets served. Everything ready when he got home. None of that went down. So he come home from work and we out the room. You don't get to come out your room ever unless he say so. Even when he not there. We all in the living room. And he looking at us like, oh, all y'all about to die. So he gets in his chair. Now, normally I have to run over to him and he sit down and I take off his boots and everything, right? And she'll have like a salad prepared. I bring him his salad. And then, dinner, get everybody eat dinner, whatever, go eat dinner. Ain't none of that go down. We all just standing there. And me and my brother looking at each other like she about to get... He gonna kill all of us. Now, let me tell you about my daddy. Manson Gibson is his brother. Look up Manson Gibson. That is the black Bruce Lee from Chicago. Manson Gibson. Manson. That's my daddy's brother. Once you know who he is, then you already know as well as understand that my daddy was a beast. Okay? All my genetics come from him. Okay? A beast. And crazy as hell. And no heart. Bad combination. So, me and my brother looking at each other like, well, this is our last day on earth. Period. Because you don't defy him. You don't even think. You can't even think those kind of thoughts. So he sits down. This is how he sit. He sit down, put his hand behind his head like that. And his recliner every time. He looks straight ahead. If he call you, he say your name, you got to run up, stand attention. Sir, yes, sir. Just like that. Everything got to be sir, yes, sir, whatever. So, he didn't say nothing. He just sat down, did like this. And she came, brought us over there to him, and we was like trying to pull away and everything. Like, she grabbing us by our clothes, trying to get us to come over there. We were trying to pull away. We trying to we don't want no parts. What you doing? So she pulled us in front of him. She said, look what you did to my children. Look what you did to my children. Look what you did to my children. I'm talking about our wrist was bad. It was real bad. He didn't even look. He just sat there going straight. And she was crying and crying. She said, look what you did to my children. Look what you did to my children. Look what you did to my children. Look. And we standing there like, will you stop, please? Will you stop? So he never said anything. So she didn't go in that kitchen. She didn't do none of that. She went in the room. She said, y'all go in y'all room. She put some ice or whatever on our wrist. He beat her ass that night. The next day, he went to work. She called her sister and brother in Houston, Texas. Told her other brother that lived like 2 doors down from us to get us a bus ticket. Yeah, it was the bus. I think it was the bus or the train or something. And take us to the station. And we left. Scary as hell. And yes, he came looking for us. But she left his ass. That's the only time I ever seen somebody do something like that. My auntie stayed with that nigga for years and he beat her ass. My brother, old lady, she stayed with him for a long time and he beat her ass. But you know what all 3 of these women had in common? They ended up drinking and drugging. Now my mother wasn't much of a drinker, but she damn sure got hooked on crack cocaine. My auntie was fucking prostitute, heroin, all kind of shit. She's sober now, I think. But yeah, she did a rough one. There. She was friends with Luke Francis. You know, the one they did the movie about, the Luke Francis Luke or whatever you call it. That dude. My sister-in-law got hooked on crack. That's a big fly. I never seen a fly that big. Wow. Unbelievable. And she had a drinking problem too. She had a liquor house. Now this is the mother of the 2 girls, which one of them that I'm talking about, who just went to jail. So the sister-in-law ended up getting on drugs, and she was a drinker. So she ended up renting a liquor house. She ran a liquor house. Her and my brother split up after a while. And he went and remarried somebody else. He married a whore who slept with all his cousins, and even she slept with my granddaddy, y'all. My granddaddy. And my brother married her. But my niece's mother ran a liquor house. So once she got 2 young daughters, she's running a liquor house. Okay? So these girls didn't stand a chance because my brother, instead of being their father, was just off doing his own thing. And then once he got remarried and started having, they had a girl and a boy, he thought that you know how a lot of guys do, that once they're not in the house no more, it's kind of like the children, and then they have more children, then that's where their focus goes. Whoever children is in a household, that's how they are. So my nieces, you know, they seen a lot and they've been through a lot. And they didn't have no defense. None whatsoever. They was their own defense. These 2 girls don't even really like each other. Now you would think 2 sisters coming up like that, they would be close, but no. No. Now, my niece that's in prison now, well, jail, she got mad at me a long time ago because she was like 15, 16. No. She was younger than that. She was like, I want to say 14. And I'm visiting them one day. Her sister, who's a little bit older, already had children. She said, I got something to tell you. It's going to break your heart, but I got something to tell you. Because that's what she do. She like to do this, especially when it's something bad about her sister. She like to do that. I said, what is it? What is it, Kiana? KK pregnant. Wow, KK pregnant. So I said, y'all tell your mama? I said, no. She said, I'm not going to tell her. I said, what you mean? It don't happen like that. It don't work like that, sweetie. You know, you can't hide it. Eventually, the child going to have to come. And she needs to know. She needs to know now. No. Plus, my concerns about how that happened, that is a huge fly. It's scary. It's real. Can I turn the camera on? It's really scary. Y'all might have seen one, but I ain't never seen one. Don't fly that big. Where you at? Look at him. This a parasite too. That's a whole parasite right there. Flies are parasites.
Good, you? All right. Good.
And yes, they can pass diseases and they can bite you. These folks then don't take out the truth. In fact, I got a little mini doc I'm about to do on telling y'all some truths about the parasites. Okay. Now I do curriculums. I write curriculums, but this is gonna be on my social media. Don't come over here. Matter of fact, let me let you know you can't go out there when you leave. Oh, he did. Oh, that's good. That's good. Look at the juices. Y'all want to see the juices? Y'all want to see? So apparently he thought he could get out that window. But, you know. Anywho. All right. So, anyhow, I can hold my phone now. So I told Charlene, was her name. I told her that her daughter was pregnant. I made an executive adult auntie decision. I knew she was going to be mad, but I didn't know she was going to be as mad as she was. She did not, me and her didn't talk no more after that. We didn't talk no more after that. So next time I came over there, sister said, KK mad at you. I said, why she mad at me? I said, because you told my mama she was pregnant. I said, well, somebody had to tell her. You know, you can't, that's her baby. Like, you can't just be out here pregnant and your mama don't know it. How long you gonna, like, no, somebody got you pregnant and you pregnant. That's, your mama need to know. So she was mad at me. Fast forward, some years later, she probably had maybe 2-3 children. The other daughter had a couple of children. Their mother, they found her in the house. You know, too much of that lifestyle, too much of them drugs and drinking. Dead. Now the girl's pretty much grown. KK's still not talking to me. So just recently, which was last year, that 2023, I'm gonna say 2022. That's when they found my brother, which is their father, in the house. I had every intentions on going to the funeral just so I could spit in his face and be like, yeah, bitch, look at you. Your ass is dead. But they had so much drama and fighting. I was like, I'm not fucking with no crazy. I'm not going down there. Right? So KK, she the baby girl now. She trying to shoot up the ex-wife house and everything, and she posted all on her Facebook that she gonna murk them and all that kind of stuff because they fighting over the stuff that, you know, my brother had in his house or whatever. So I'm just like, you know what? I don't want nothing else to do with it. I got the ex-wife over here in one ear. I got my other niece, the older niece, in his other ear. And they just all irrational and whatever. Plus, I couldn't stand my brother. I hated his ass. So I'm like, I don't give a fuck about nothing. This nigga, I don't want to hear it. This is too much drama. And I ain't coming down there no more because y'all doing too much. So I just backed out. Now, mind you, KK still ain't talking to me. So, shit. Crack my. I hope that's just my screen protector that got cracked. Cause I got a brand new phone. I was supposed to transfer my stuff, and I'll send this one back. And this is my sign that I better get it done today. Yeah. So me and her still not talking. So I sent her a message on Facebook. I said, well, I'm the auntie, so let me break the ice. This is her dad. She already lost her mom. I know she's hurt and everything. So let me send her a message. So I sent her a message on Facebook. You know, my condolences. I know it's hard for you if you need, you know, to talk and everything. You know, I'm here. Now, these was my babies. These was my babies. Come on now, Monty. She read my message and she didn't respond. I said, okay. I mean, it was years ago, but I have no way of knowing how that affected her. Like, me telling, what did that really do? Who knows what she went through? Because I'm going to tell you what probably for sure went down. The mama was loud and telling everybody and getting mad, and it's not, you know, they're not having a healthy conversation. And, oh, KK pregnant, KK ass is pregnant. You know, just that hood, ghetto, dysfunctional type stuff, you know. So, and then who did it, you know. So I have no way of knowing what she went through. So I'm like, okay, understandable. She's still upset. But, you know, both her parents gone now. I think eventually she'll come around. It didn't happen. But she was posting some crazy stuff on her Facebook because her and this ex-wife is fighting. Now her and her sister is fighting. I'm like, hold up, y'all gonna fight everybody? Now you gonna fight each other and your mama and your daddy gone? That shit he had wasn't worth all that. It's not even nothing. If you had something going on, which I understand why he didn't, you wouldn't even be stressing his stuff that easy. But when people are grieving, it's about really what they lost by losing a person. So I get it. So I didn't want to see it no more. So I just unfriended everybody. And which my two nieces, that's who I had on my Facebook. So I unfriended their ass. So I wouldn't see it constantly in my timeline. Then my older niece, I had to block her ass because she crazy as a bed bug anyway. And it was just too much. And every time I tell her to stop, I get 10,000 more messages again and again. I'm like, bitch, I got my own problems, and I ain't give a fuck about your daddy, first of all. So y'all need to figure this out because it ain't my drama. So I ain't talking to neither one of them. Fast forward probably 2 weeks before I get word that she was arrested. She sends me a friend request. Not a message, but a friend request. But the way my shit is set up, you can't message me anyway if you're not my friend. So she sends. I let it sit. Normally, I get a friend request, I delete it because I'm not adding nobody. I delete it immediately. I let her sit. I said, let me think on it a minute. And I said, Then I started to message her just to get a feel like what. I said, you know what? Nah, fuck that. So I just deleted her friend request. 2 days later, I get sent the information that she's been arrested. Do I feel guilty? Hell no, I don't feel guilty about nothing. I'm just telling y'all the story. But whatever, her life is over. It's over with. It's over with. And you know, it's a damn shame to be born in such a... I'm trying to work on my cussing. Such a messed up family. And it's even worse when there's nobody have your back. Nobody there to possibly pull you out of that situation and give you a chance. Beautiful young lady. Khadijah was so pretty to me. And to see her mugshot years later, and all I saw was my mother. Because she looks like her dad, which somehow he looks like my mom, but she looks even more like my mom. Now that she's gotten older, she almost looks exactly like my mom. But she looks like my mom on crack because both of their asses was on crack. And she only 28 years old. All her children gone. Foster estate. The state got them or whatever. And to know her life ended up with her being with some 40-something-year-old piece of trash who she fought with throughout her relationship. And I don't know what happened to that baby. But they're trying to pin her for, being responsible for the baby's passing. He was trying to say she murked the baby on purpose. But he's still dealing with her. plenty of people done came under the Facebook post talking about how they used to fight him and her, how they used to have to break them up and all that. But you know what's so dysfunctional about Fayetteville, aka Vietnam, North Carolina, and I'm so glad I don't even. It's crazy because I'm sitting in Fayetteville, Georgia right now. That's crazy. I just thought about that. But what's so dysfunctional about that place is you gotta know to get out. Now, if you come from a crazy family like I do, you gotta go forward and don't ever look back. And the sooner the better. The sooner the better. Sooner the better. She didn't stand a chance. She didn't stand a chance. And as I sit back and be like, I can't imagine the shit my mother went through, not only as a child, but as a wife to my own father. I can't imagine what my nieces went through either. The only thing I know is the things that I saw, you know, to know that I couldn't even take them away from any of it because I raised my siblings and myself from the age of 12. I did the best I could with my nieces, but please, unless you filthy rich, it ain't that much in the world you can do. But to see the environment that they had to come up in, you know, that's one of the reasons why I always hated that big ass rusty, no good for nothing piece of shit ass brother of mine. Because you abandon your daughters, you leave them to live in a house where their mom don't have nothing but just drunk ass, grown ass, old ass men coming in and out of there and staying there all the time. She had a liquor house and she sold plates. But you know what's crazy though? She got assistance, so you able to do all that with food stamps and welfare and nobody coming through there and helping them children. Nobody. And everybody knew her house was the liquor house. It's sad. She didn't stand a chance. And you know, as people make their comments and stuff on social media, y'all don't know shit. Y'all don't know nothing about no hard life. You don't know a damn thing about no hard life. I don't care what you've been through. You don't know shit until you know my story and I'm sure their story. It's a reason why that child is behind bars right now. And she looks like she does. Ended up on drugs, ended up living that lifestyle. First of all, what else has she seen and been through? That is the life that they live there. The people who are commenting only talk about how many times they had to break them up from fighting. They don't say nothing about the fact that she's in her 20s and he is in his 40s. They don't say anything about like you don't be fighting with no girl, no woman. Like if y'all not getting on, you leave. Especially when you're older, you're supposed to know better than that. They don't say nothing because dysfunction is normal for them. It's normal for them to be dysfunctional. And then some of the girls say they used to date with him and deal with him, and it sounds like some of them during the time that he allegedly was with my niece. And you know, they almost all of them talking about she wrong, she did him wrong. Now there are news articles that he one time beat her down so bad that when the SWAT team had to come to get him up out of that house, they had a standoff with the SWAT team, and she had to go to the ER because he beat her down so bad. Now this is a 40-something-year-old dude with a 20-something-year-old woman, and he beat her down so bad and then didn't want to come out the house with his cowardice ass that the SWAT team had to come get his ass.
I'm just headed over to Lowe's now.
Then another time he beat her now, he was on the run because they were looking for him for a minute.
Oh, darn. Sorry, missed y'all. I get a little discount down there.
So there was just nothing nobody ever did to even try to help. And
Thank y'all. Thank you.
like, just to know that this is the nature of their relationship. And this dude is out. And somehow, I don't know how the charges came from tampering with a witness, but somehow, I guess because they got in a fight or whatever, and it was supposed to be about him testifying or whatever. But you don't put nothing in place, no restraining order or nothing to keep this nigga from going back over her house. But she charged with tampering with a witness, and everybody clearly knew that they were still messing around with each other. How about some of the chicks on Facebook talking about he was trying for years to get away from her? I know that for a fact. Bro, you sound stupid. He's in his 40s. He's a grown adult. You don't try to get away from somebody. It's not like a typical, say, domestic, you know, the hunt, like he's a husband, she's the wife, and she's dependent on him, she lives with him, and he's abusive, and she, you know, Ike and Tina, whatever, trying to get away and all that. No, this is a grown-ass 40-something-year-old man who don't have to stay with her. Had a baby with her, but now the baby's deceased. And he can walk away anytime he wants to. And y'all talking about he did his part. He was trying to get away from her for years. Bro, you sound that they don't even realize how bad off they are. That's a problem with people in that situation. That's a problem with Fayetteville, North Carolina. They call it Fed now for a reason. When people list the most dangerous cities and shit, it be tripping me out how they just overlook Fed now. Y'all don't even motherfucking know, boy. Okay, that's why I say you got to turn into like a J. Cole. Like, you got to go to the extreme opposite, because you know you. So when this dude come out here and he be like, nah, I'm sorry, I apologize. Y'all say, oh, yeah, joke's on you. Joke's on you, because I know this dude. And I know where he from. I'm from the same place, the exact same place. Okay, my son got pictures with this dude. Like, you don't fuck with nobody from Fayetteville, North Carolina, because you crazy by default. If you truly was born and raised in Fayetteville, North Carolina, especially back in the day, you certifiable. And on top of that, come from a crazy ass family. Yeah. All them chicks on Facebook, you know, they can talk all that shit about my niece, but I bet you ain't neither one of them ever fuck with her. Because she won't hesitate to do exactly what she did to her baby daddy. But my thing is, it's sad because they charging her with murder. Okay, so I said the word. So they couldn't get her for the baby. I guess they're going to get her for him. But stop playing with it, though. He was at her crib. If I was her lawyers, it would be self-defense all day. But, you know, of course that's not going to happen. It's going to be some kind of public defender. It's just sad. It's just sad. When you come up and you see some stuff that you know you don't like, and it's something that goes on in your family, you have to make sure that if you don't do nothing else, even though this world is jacked up and it don't look like there's no promising future for nobody, honestly, you have to make sure that you take the task of breaking generational curses. You have to do that within yourself, and you need to do it for your family. Not even really too much tripping off of how successful you are at that. The fact that you're actively working on it and you know you're giving it your all, that's the best you can do, because you're giving the next ones the power and ability to do it and go a step further. That's the best I can say, because that family is done. It's doomed. It is completely doomed. The level of psychoticness and dysfunction is insane. Insane. And it is a damn shame that my niece is gone for the rest of her life at 28 years old because she didn't stand a chance. She didn't stand a chance. She didn't stand a chance. And then you ask, who do you blame? Oh, gosh. That list could be so long. That list could be so long. But it dates back pretty far. Pretty far. And what's even crazier than that is nobody wants to hold the people who are truly responsible, hold them responsible. Nobody. And never will. Never will. But what? Ooh, I am freezing now. But what people will do instead is talk about the actual person. Or they'll talk about the life they lived or where they came from without actually really talking about where they came from, because this shit started back when my people was snatched up and taken up out of their traditions and lifestyles and done dirty and diabolical. That's where the dysfunction starts at. People always want to blame the existing entity, and they don't want to take it back to the root cause, because that's a lot that was done over a long period of time to create and to sit up here and see that the little shitting ass, no good ass, piece of shit ass, raggedy ass 40 acres and a mule is not even enough to even begin. But people spit on your face and tell you you don't even deserve that. And it's not just people, it's also your own people, a lot of them, who share that same sentiment. But people stepping into my people's territory, because my mother's family is from South Carolina, North Carolina, not no motherfucking Africa. Okay? My grandmother's family had to declare themselves black when they're Indian just so they can stay and not get pushed away along the Trail of Tears like everybody else. That's a choice that they made. But to sit up here and see how people do not take it seriously, not even a fraction of a bit as serious as it is really sad. It's really sad, because if you trace back, how did you could say, how did I get like this? How did my niece get like this? Huh? How did my mother get like this? How did my whoever get like this? Okay, how did my grandparents get like this? Huh?
You keep tracing, and it's the moment that some motherfuckers came and put their hands on my family and on their land and took them away from what they had designed as their lifestyle and tore it into something totally different that is totally foreign to their very existence, their very DNA. And then to snatch up all their land and everything, and then to completely brainwash them and reinvent them and treat them the way that they have and put them through all that pain and suffering, and to manipulate their minds so that they can purposefully have them treat themselves and each other the way that they do. That's how our people got like this. That's where it starts at. And when you try to have a conversation with someone and you try to explain to them where this dysfunction comes from, and they be like, oh, don't try to put the blame on nobody else. You got to take responsibility, bitch. You don't know shit yet. You still wet behind the ears. I'm telling you where it started from, and it don't get enough help for healing and correction, generation after generation after generation. So it only becomes what? Worse. And I got a 28-year-old niece with both of her parents dead too soon in a horrific way. Didn't make it that far because Charlene is my age. I'll be 48 and next Friday. And when I turn 48, I'll be done outlived my own fucking mother. Of course, I outlived her by 19 years, but I'm talking about she was 47. My mother never even saw the age of 48. Charlene didn't see the age of 48. Now, my brother was 4 years older than me, but fuck him, But he was a fucked up person for the same reason that I'm talking about. So at the end of the day, he got a story too, just like everybody else. So, but I look at, how young a lot of people in my family has just died off. Because a lot of them have died. My uncle passed, I want to say, he passed right before my mother. 2013? No, it was before that. What year did I get married? 2003. Yeah, another 3 there somewhere. Okay, 2003. That was the first death that I had experienced in my family, period. And it seemed like it just began a waterfall because I get married, and then I get married in 2003, 4, something like that. I don't know. And then we had a baby, and my baby was 4 months old when my mother passed. And then my mother passed 2 months after her. My grandmother passed, and 2 months after my grandmother, my grandfather passed. And it's just been waterfall from there. Big ass family, but a fucked up, crazy ass, dysfunctional ass family. And it's just been down here from there. And none of the children ever stood a chance unless you had the God-given sense to say, I don't want to be like this. I want to be out. Okay, so then you just be the black sheep. Okay, hello me. And then you got to do what? Leave. And you got to leave them alone. Okay, because the motherfuckers is crazy. You'll have to kill him. You have to kill him. For sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. But other than that, you don't stand a chance. I don't foresee nobody getting old. They just all gonna die off, and that's crazy. That is absolutely insane. And this girl got children that are in the system. In fact, her sister's children are in the system as well. Tajay, gotta go to Tajay. and pick up my order. And then I gotta go to Joann's and pick up my order. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I am customizing a waterproof pillow top. As I am needing that. But that burger got me down. Oh my god. It's heavy, 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 heavy. So I'm gonna have to do a good workout. Sure. With cardio. But I know I have some cabbage that I had prepped to make, and I love cabbage. Like every once in a while, I just gotta have me some cabbage. And I wanted that cabbage so bad, and I knew I was gonna tear it up eventually at some point when I got home. But right now, I don't foresee me eating anything else today. I cannot eat a lot at one time, and I for sure can't just be eating like people eat full on meals. That's never been me. I've been a tiny eater, mono eater. But don't confuse that with I can't eat, because yeah, I can't. Yeah, that's the story time. And that was a lot. But end of the day, I have a 28-year-old niece who her life is over. You know? And I'm really sad for her. I'm even more sad that there was nothing that that I ended up being able to do to help her and her sister, when they were younger. Because I'm still trying to figure out how to myself get out of the hellhole and get away from there. You know? But I'm sad that she'll never be able to have a decent life and never be able to live. And then the children that she bore. Wow. A lot is going through my mind now, right about now, when I think about those children. I might have to dig and see what's going on with them, where are they at. Who knows? The state probably have guardianship at this point. And that's really sad because they could be sold. Anything can happen to them. There's nobody to account for them. Nobody to hold them responsible. Bitch, I'm in the parking space. What you doing with that big ass truck coming across here like this? Like, people kill me doing stupid stuff when they just should just park. They do some dumb stuff in Atlanta. They make you want to get on one thing. But yeah, I'm gonna have to try to find out what's going on with her children. They're probably gone though. What will they end up? Because they're young, but what will they? She got a few. I'm not sure the exact number, but the one that passed. Wow, that's crazy. So, anywho, y'all, when you watch this, make sure you click the like button. Okay, make sure you click the like button. I came on here. I shared some deep stuff with y'all. But you hit that like button, like I said. And if you don't hit it, it will hurt you. Okay? Yeah. Just believe that. Even if it's not even true, just believe it anyway. Because why would you not hit the like button? Y'all hit the like on everything else. And sometimes y'all hit the like, and I know Facebook, wait, hold up, I forgot. We don't do that no more. We call it book face. But book face and, like booger, how they go, booger, or buffalo butt, we call it book face. So I know book face or the tube view, they all will take them away. They will take your likes and stuff away. I know that too. But make sure you hit the like button, okay? Because that's the way to, tell these folks that Yeah, you should show this video. And you guys should like and comment so that you can boost the algorithm, because we need to start talking about our dysfunctions and the results that we have had from everything that has been done to us and all the things that has not been done for us. Okay? But then to be turned around and labeled as a lazy group of people and all this other kind of stuff, the audacity. I can't even imagine that in these final days of life and existence and whatever, that, our people, if not nobody else, ain't going out with a bang. That's the only way to go out, like fighting. For real, because, and let me watch my words, but y'all, now that I'm outright said it, y'all know what I mean. Okay, but we should be kicking butt around here. Like, we should really be standing up for ourselves, because it's not honorable to die like this. It's not honorable to die the way my mother died. It's not honorable to die the way my father's dying. It's not honorable to die the way I know my niece probably gonna end up dying. Okay, it's not honorable to die the way my brother died. No, but the way my sister-in-law died. It's not honorable to die the way none of them died. My grandparents and all them other crackheads that was smoking crack in my family and all that shit. It's not honorable to die the way a lot of our brothers and sisters die and get killed and have all these things happen to them and never got a fair shot, never got their fair cut in life, because everything was stolen from them and taken from them, their land. We are struggling out here on shit that belongs to us, okay? My people from here, my people are from Georgia, Geechee, fucking, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Louisiana. My people are natives in this country, and that is for sure, for sure. And you can't tell me different, because you don't fucking know. You know what I mean? But this is our shit, and it was taken from us. Every piece of inheritance from the care, the value, the morals, the pride, the self-love, the love for each other, the traditions, all of that was gone. Even just when you talk about, like, right up the block at freaking Lake Lanier and how they just did these people, and then they come back and tell the story how they want to and not tell the whole truth, how they just drowned out this town and people go to the lake and, it's a cool, fun story, and then you even have people who look like you, but just keep in mind that bastard married a white woman. Okay, not that I'm saying anything against it, but I'm speaking on it as far as this is concerned. He makes a Lake Lanier movie and make it into a complete joke, and we sponsored that movie. So to watch it, and it's trash, it's low budget, it's really trash, but he don't even tell the story. He's making it into he trying to make it into a horror movie, but it ends up being not even a comedy, it's just trash. He don't even tell the story of what truly happened to these people over there in Lake Lanier. Like, bitch, you thought you was gonna have a box office hit? Oh, you can get hit, all right. But we disrespectful like that, because we been nothing but disrespected, nothing but disrespected. I don't have any other choice. Y'all can live in La La Land all you want to, because maybe your life was just a little too sweet. But when I go and I look for answers as to why things are the way that they are, why did this end up being like this? Why did my life end up being the way it is? Why did my parents' life end up being the way it is? Okay, why? Why is everybody so fucked up? Why is everybody suffering? Why the hell do I have a niece in jail right now being accused of not only killing her baby daddy, but her baby? This stems back to a group of people putting their hands on something that didn't belong to them and intentionally molding a group of other people into being exactly what the hell we turn out to be right now. Trash and on the bottom. And don't even have enough care and love for yourself or each other to even fight back, kick ass for that shit at least. this life ain't even worth living in this manner. To try to figure out how to come up with some money to satisfy any amount that they put on whatever it is. Your house, your land, your car, your this, your that, when you should be ruler over this mud. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, bro, you came from wherever the trash hole you came from, and you took and you took and you took and you tortured and you did us the worst. And people act like you don't even have the right to even state the truth about what you have been through, what happened to you, how you got here. But they'll shoot you dead in the street for no reason. And they'll talk about you like you ain't shit. Because as a whole, no, we're not. But how did it happen? We're not even trying to touch on that at all. You guys don't even get to the basic levels of why you or your family members might be so dysfunctional. That's a conversation. If you walk around here saying you're not, then that's a definite key as to that the fact that you are. If you walk around here, because your family is definitely dysfunctional. It's dysfunctional to live outside of your truth. That is dysfunctional. And ain't nothing natural about none of this. Nothing. None of this. The foods we eat, all of that. None of this is natural. And yet, and still, you expect to have some kind of something. And even the ones of you who try, you try to sit up here and be good with these people and be down with these people and come up off of these people or with these people and get this, that, and the third. And the only thing you get is your reputation tarnished and taken off this planet at a young age. And then they end up inheriting everything that you earn as usual. And you done played out and sampled yourself out for what? For nothing. But we don't even see the value in ourselves and in our people to not only just make changes, but to fight back. And, that has to happen massively. It can't just happen singularly. It's impossible. That's a doggone shame. I forgot to turn my AC off. Always turn your AC off before you turn your car off. Remember that. Boy, when I tell you my freaking thighs and my butt and my legs are so sore from my workout, like, ooh. But as I complain, I like it. I mean, the muscles is gone, boy. That mean I put that down, put that work in. Okay? But I'm about to go. Pick up my orders, carry on with my day. I decided to come on here and tell y'all this little story. And yes, it's a hard story. Anytime I come on here with a story time, you best believe you're gonna hear some gruesome stuff. Okay? Alright? So, yeah. But we gonna do a lot more creating on here, that's for sure. Cause I gotta balance it out or they gonna take me away from here. Because I don't come on here often, but when I do, they don't never like anything I have to say. And they want me to talk about other things. They want me to... Well, I ain't even going to get into what they want me to do because they're listening. And y'all should already know what the answer to that is. But we are at Targets because I have an order to pick up. So... I can't even see the screen how to hang up. I gotta wait till I get inside to hang up the phone.
No big deal.
Burger trying to put me to sleep. Trying to put me to sleep, y'all. Burger trying to put me to sleep. Let's see. So what we're gonna do is you know what? Let me use the bathroom before I do that. So pretty. So beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, y'all can't see the colors. You can't see the colors. Well, I'll holler at y'all because I'm about to go to the bathroom. And this ain't none of your business. Peace. Peace.